not a fard. So what the Prophet and Allah has not made fard, even I cannot make. So covering the face for a woman in Islam is not fard according to me. Yet there are many scholars who say it should be covered. I say fine, it is their view. Since no one has presented me any Sahih Hadith, any verse of the Quran. So based on that, sister, all those ladies are covering the face. Alhamdulillah, please continue. Please don't misunderstand. And I know that there were at least about 17 ladies from IRF who came, out of which 14 were covering the face. Alhamdulillah. 3 weren't. So the option is yours. It's not a fard. But if those who are covering it is good, keep on covering. I'm not saying you should not cover. But since covering is not fard, you cannot enforce on any woman to cover the face. Hope that answers the question.
Brothers, please ask your questions.
Is it right to call Allah as God because God is the masculine gender and Goddess is the feminine gender?
Well, the question that when we translate Allah as God in English, is it right? God is a masculine gender, Goddess is feminine, is it right? I do agree with you, brother, that God is not the appropriate translation of the Arabic word Allah. Therefore, we Muslims prefer calling Allah by the word Allah instead of God, because I do agree that a person can play mischief with the English word God. If you add S to God, it becomes gods, meaning a plural of God. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has got no plural. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Says Allah one and only. If you add D-E-S-S to God, it becomes goddess. That means there's a male God and a female God. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has got no gender. He's neither feminine, he's neither masculine. He's unique. If you add father to God, it becomes Godfather. He's my Godfather. There's nothing like Allah Abba or Allah Father in Islam. If you add mother to God, it becomes Godmother. There's nothing like Allah Ammi or Allah Mother in Islam. Allah is a unique word. Therefore, we prefer calling Allah with the Arabic word Allah instead of the English word God. But when certain Muslims, when they're speaking with non-Muslims who may not understand the concept of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if they use the word God for Allah, like how I have done, because many people out here are non-Muslims, they may not understand the concept of Allah. So if we translate Allah as God for the convenience of those who don't know the true concept of Allah, there's no problem. But God, I do agree with you, is not the correct translation of the Arabic word Allah. Hope that answers the question.
Assalamu alaikum. என்னிடத்தில் ஒரு சகோதரர் அவர் கேட்டார்கள்.
The brother is asking about the date line. There is a time difference in the date line, and he wants to know that if he is on one side of the date line and he has prayed Jummah and he has crossed over to the other side, and if it is Jummah work there, it could be the same day. So what he has to do? So he's got a non-Muslim brother who's asking this question,
Assalamu alaikum.
and he wants Dr. Zakir Naik to answer that.
Well, there's a question that if a person is traveling, and we know that there's a date line. The date line is such that it doesn't go through any country. It goes in the sea. So if a person has prayed Jummah Salah, then he crosses the date line, and he goes on the other side. And then again Jummah is there, so what should he do? If a situation arises where, suppose for example, if you have celebrated Eid, so you have to celebrate Eid with the people where you're staying with. So you've already celebrated Eid and offered the Eid Salah. Again when you come to a place, because you started Ramadan with those people, ended there. Now you come to a new country. For example, in Saudi Arabia, you started Ramadan, celebrate Eid, etc. And then come again to India, where the Eid is approximately 1 or 2 days later. You need not again offer the Eid Salah. So if you have offered a Jummah Salah, and you cross the date line, and again Jummah comes, so there you need not offer your Jummah Salah. But the chances of this is very less, because the time taken to travel is quite a lot. You have to go from this part of the world to that part of the world. But if it happens, if you have offered a Jummah Salah, you need not offer your Jummah Salah again, because that week Jummah is already over. And if you offer also at that time, it doesn't become a fard, like you can offer your Zuhr Salah. So if you join the Jummah also, there's no problem. Point to be noted, for a traveler, Jummah is not fard. For a traveler, Jummah is not fard. So if you're traveling, Jummah doesn't become fard on you. Even if you miss it, if you're in the plane or if you're traveling, it's not fard on you. So if you pray, alhamdulillah. If you want to pray Jummah again also, no problem. You can even pray the first Salah again. Like if I've offered my Maghrib Salah, and again there's a Jamaat. There's a hadith in which a person did not join the Jama'ah. So Prophet said that, are you a Muslim? He said, yes. Why didn't you join the Salah? So he said, I've already offered. So why can't you offer again? So when you can offer your first salah again, you can even offer Jummah salah again. There's no problem at all. But Jummah is not fard on a traveler. Hope that answers the question.
Assalamu alaikum. There's a sister here wants to know the method of salah. Is it the same for the man and woman? Same for the Shafi and the Hanafi?
This has a question that is the method of offering salah for the man and woman the same, for the Shafi or Hanafi the same?